Tony Todd, best remembered for playing Candyman, has passed away at age 69, reportedly from natural causes. And who they have essentially breaking the news is his agent, but also the actress who played Helen in Candyman. If you've never seen the film, she's a college student researching an not ancient, but a historical story about a slave who was ridiculed and murdered, and the legend that his spirit still exists in the Cabrini Green housing project of Chicago. And if you say the name Candyman 3 times into a mirror, he will appear and murder you with a bloody hook. So, the Cabrini Green housing project, which is the setting for the film that was torn down shortly after the film came out, notice it has a gematria value of 69, just like his age of passing. And 69 is no arbitrary number. It's the yin and the yang, but in gematria, Illuminati equates to 69, as does the Jesuit order. And the Illuminati was founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. New World Order also equates to 69, and so does the Catholic Church, and that's who the Jesuits serve. And again, they really do run Hollywood. It gives the calendar, the language, and synced up this system. But Tony Todd dead at 69, so that's where it begins. Now notice the Cabrini Green housing project was first built in 42. And they recently did a remake of Candyman in 2021. And in the film, there's a big 42 painted on the wall. I actually showed that years ago. But notice also in gematria, Candyman equates to 42. Like slavery. There's a long list of 42s: Tuskegee, the N-word, February, Martin, Malcolm X, Huxtable, Cosby Show, and the list goes on. In the 2021 plot, it says the 2021 film Candyman takes place 42 years after the original Candyman film. So anyhow, 42. Not an accident. Just like him passing at 69 is not an accident. And the day he died, it's in the news November 8th, 118. Again, death and homicide equal 118 in Jewish gematria, but he reportedly passed 2 days ago, November 6th, 116. And African American has that gematria of 116. You might recall Mookie Betts joined the Dodgers in a 42 ritual in tribute to Jackie, which equals 42. And then he went on to win the 116th World Series. But look at the release date of the original Candyman. It was October 16th, 10/16. 10/16, 1016. Same 116 sequence like African American. And October 16th is the day leaving. 76 days left in the year. It's funny, I was just on a panel of darker complected friends teaching about 76 tonight. And they even asked me the meaning of 69, and this was before Tony Todd died. But I was teaching them about 76 and Act 76, and why Black History Month was recognized by the feds in 76, and why Obama, who's got the 76 connection, announced he was running for president on the anniversary of the feds recognizing Black History Month. But of course, in gematria, slave, Negro, Rasta, and blues all equate to 76. And Candyman, his character has a actual name, which is Daniel Robitaille, and it also equates to 76. And again, Hollywood does this all the time. It releases movies perfectly by the code. Have you ever heard that Hollywood sometimes waits, months, years to release a movie? Again, learn this Kabbalistic code of letters and numbers, and you'll start to see why the release dates are what they are, because there's always a ritual to it. And just in light of this movie being about racism, historical racism, I find it funny that he died the day that Donald Trump was called president-elect, because Trump's known for being a racist landlord who didn't want black people in his buildings, who wanted the Central Park Five put to death when they were innocent, all part of his legacy. And again, Donald John Trump, 76, so the same day the election was called for him, Candyman dies. And Notice also the character named Daniel Robitaille does equal the same thing as Donald J. Trump. If you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language: the alphabetic order in reverse, and both orders with numerology applied. So there are 4 base ciphers of the English language. And as for the film, it was first a book written by Clive Barker. Interestingly enough, Candyman has died 32 days after Clive Barker's birthday, and also 32 years after the original film came out in 92. And remember, not an arbitrary number is 32. America equals 32. Scottish 32 is in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, where the rites were written by Jesuit priests. There's 32 sun rays on the Jesuit order's logo. And again, the 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite shares the motto with the Jesuits in Marum Dei Gloriam. Speaking of the Jesuits, Clive Barker just turned 72, and Jesuit order equates to 72. From Virginia Madsen's birthday, that's who plays Helen, who's a big part of the story. You know, they're showing her video in the articles of her crying, talking about his death. She has that interesting September 11th birthday, but the death has come 56 days after her birthday. The formal title of the Jesuits, Society of Jesus, equates to 56. Same with Black Lives Matter, also 56, reminding us of Obama winning the 56th election and Kamala taking the White House stage 56. He also died 28 days before his December 4th birthday. As we know, kill equates to 28. And from the release of the remake of the film to his death is 38 months later. Where, of course, death, murder, killing, R.I.P., they're all 38. R.I.P. to Tony Todd, and again, his premature passing at 69, as all the headlines state, is connected to the Candyman character. He's remembered for Candyman, which again is set in Cabrini Green, a real-life housing project that was torn down in 95. Speaking of those Jesuits. The same Jesuits created to counter the 95 Theses. And remember, the 95 Theses was posted on Halloween, October 31st, 1517. Halloween has that gematria 95, and this man from a well-known horror movie dies just days after Halloween. Again, R.I.P. to Tony Todd, and until next time, True Seeker.
Hi there!